Hello guys, Omni here. I was out and about today and came back to find a couple of trailers that I wanted to check out with you guys and give my thoughts and opinions on. The one we're going to start off with is Netflix's new series based around the 1982 film from Jim Henson, The Dark Crystal. The new series is going to be titled The Dark Crystal: Age of Resistance, and just a little bit about what that was. It was mostly it was a fantasy film following a couple of fantastical characters brought to life from Jim Henson's masterful puppet work. And it was a movie that I didn't see until maybe 6 or 8 years ago. So it was fairly recent, and at least within the past 10 years that I actually finally saw this movie. I completely missed this as a kid. And I thought it still really held up. It was really interesting. I think a lot of the puppet work is just still awe-inspiring with how they were able to still bring this life together. And as whimsical as it was, I think it still worked. And it was still an enjoyable movie for me to watch. When I heard they were doing this series here, it kind of runs the gamut of questions that you always run to with something that's been long since out of the spotlight. And how are you going to bring it back? How are you going to reintroduce it? How's this going to tie in? What's that going to mean for the legacy of the show? So there's always a concern with that. So I don't know, going into this, I've seen the clips, like some screenshots, and I mean, it feels and looks like it. So let's just go ahead and check out the trailer, and we will go ahead and jump right into it and see how this looks. Oops. So definitely you can tell has that updated feel, but look how good these things still look.
The darkening corrupts everything it touches.
What is the darkening?
Behold.
Dude. Oh God. August 30th.
I see many endings lay before us.
Oh, she's back.
Some good, most bad.
Skeksis. Dude. Is this like a blend of like CGI and puppet work?
What have the Skeksis done? Tell no one.
Didn't they learn? I think that looks fan-freaking-tastic. I honestly, I'm just speechless and blown away from that trailer. The puppet work looks just as good as it always has, if not extremely better. I mean, it could be, the new techniques we have with camera and film that really is like making this look extremely polished, and like this world is even more beautiful to look at than I remember it being. But it still feels exactly the same. I feel like some of these are probably even the same puppets that were used back for the first film. But I wonder like how many characters we have coming back in that. You had the Oracle character, I can't remember her name, that kind of told Jin about the prophecy or what he's supposed to be doing. just the way the Gelflings kind of look, I couldn't necessarily confirm for myself, at least, if Jen and Kira are making an appearance in this or not, if we're going to be following new characters. I really am interested in what's going to be going on here. Looking at the voice list or the character list right now for this series, these are all new characters. I don't recognize any of these names. Looks like we have Nathalie Emmanuel. We've got Natalie Emmanuel playing a character in here. Anya Taylor-Joy, Taron Egerton as well. Mark Hamill is going to be on the recurring voice list. A lot of interesting stuff here. I probably did say her name right, but it's Missandei from Game of Thrones. But it looks solid. That looks like it is living up to the mark set in place by Jim Henson Studios. And just that reputation that they carry along for their creatures, for their effects work, for their physical props and puppetry and creatures that they create and invent. I mean, they did things like the suits from the original Ninja Turtles films and so many other things that they really revolutionized how practical special effects can work and be part of the art of storytelling. Not even going as far off as talking about their involvement with the Muppets and all of that. So it's really, it's making me really happy to see like how good this actually looks, because it's revisiting a beloved Jim Henson property, and visually and the tone of the trailer gives me a sense that there's going to be a level of respect and handle for this that will hopefully do those who have grown up with the original, and for people just now coming on, do them proud. I'm looking forward to it. So I'm going to go ahead and pass this off to you guys. What did you guys think of this trailer? What did you think of the Dark Crystal? When did you first see it? What is your experiences with that, if you have watched it at all? It's something that I recommend watching, even if you haven't seen it before. I recommend it. I think it holds up perfectly well, and I would recommend it to almost anybody. So that is it for now. We'll move on. Got a couple of more of these I'm going to be doing here in just a second. And if you like this video and you want to support the channel, make sure, please hit that like button for me, and I will catch you guys in the next video. You all take care.